So I've been recently watching this anime that goes by the name of Future Diary. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it because it's a great story. But if you're squeamish, then I highly don't recommend it. And when I mean squeamish, I mean you play a God of War game and every time you see a kill, you end up fainting because this shit is brutal. Anyways, the whole story of Future Diary is pretty much as it goes right here. I don't know how to segue it. But anyways, the whole point of the story is that 12 people are chosen by a god of time and space, because yes, there's a god of time and space in this show. Why the hell not? And they're pretty much chosen as people who could be the next god of time and space. The problem is they have to kill one another. There's no voting on who gets to be chosen. It's like, well, I think Josh should be the new time Lord of Time and Space. It's more so I'm gonna imagine the Hunger Games, but instead of being able to survive, you get to be able to control reality as you see fit. Basically, so yeah, that's pretty much the whole premise of this anime. 12 people are going around trying to find who the other one person's going around trying to find out who the other 11 people are, kill them off in order to become the new god of space and time. It might not sound like much as I describe it because holy crap, I'm stuttering, but I would recommend it. Go check it out. If it's your cup of tea, continue watching because it's pretty entertaining, especially when you get to learn about all the other players and their motivation for why they're doing what they're doing to become the new god. I mean, besides becoming a new god. So yeah, I'd recommend it. Um, with that being said, I've been watching a good amount of anime for some time now, and how do I put this? A lot of anime don't kick my appeal no more. Like I struggle to find a new anime to watch, and the only reason I came across this anime was because I was watching a guy on YouTube by the name of Kagi Films or Alejandro Saab, whichever one you want to call him. Um, and he had made some references to the anime, and holy crap, I don't know why I sound like I'm choking up. But yeah, he had made some references to the anime, and I'm like, that might be good to watch. I don't know. I might want to go watch that. So I did, and like I said, I found myself entertained by it. But now I'm at that point where it's like I can't find nothing else to entertain me anymore. Like I don't know. Like it's with me, it's like when I finish an anime, I can't go back and rewatch it. My brain's like it's like reading a book. You don't go back and reread the book. You know what happened already. So it's like, no, you don't want to go do that. You don't want to go do that. A great example of this is me with Sword Art Online. If any of you know, I actually enjoy Sword Art Online despite what many people can give it shit for. I mean, sure, it has its problems, but all in all, I can say, well, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the seasons of it. I mean, there was some bits and pieces of it I didn't enjoy, but other than that, it's a pretty good anime to me. And with that being said, while I did finish it, I can't bring myself to go back and watch it. Like for example, another example of that is like Death Note. And don't get me wrong, I actually enjoyed the crap out of Death Note. I watched that anime beginning to end, and I loved it. Despite the fact it took me some time to watch it beginning to end, I enjoyed it. And I don't know what it is, but I could like hover over the Death Note anime on Netflix, but when I start watching it, I could get 3 minutes into an episode before I turn it off, and I don't know what it is. However, on the other hand, I have no problem with watching Berserk over and over again, because holy shit, Berserk is awesome. I mean, it's a bunch of medieval knights and mercenaries just going around capturing kingdoms. Like, that's pretty badass to me. But I don't know what it is. If I go watch an anime show over again, I can't rewatch it. Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, Tokyo Ghoul, One Punch Man, Sword Art Online, I can't bring myself to rewatch these animes. Heck, Heck, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I can't even bring myself to go back and watch Your Lie in April, despite the fact it was a sad anime that tugs on your emotions like a person who plays the harp. But I can't bring myself to go back to watch it. Not because I feel like I'm gonna cry when I watch it, but more so the fact that it just something just keeps tugging at me every time I go to watch it. It's like, yeah, you want to rewatch it, and then as soon as I start, I'm like, no, you don't. You really don't want to watch this. I don't know what it is. I think I'm the physical embodiment of the phrase "a closed mouth won't get fed." If you don't know what that phrase pretty much means, long story short, it's just pretty much saying if you don't say nothing, don't expect results. That's it. That's pretty much it. It's just like at a dinner table. If your mouth is closed, don't expect for food to go into it. And in conversation, if your mouth is closed, don't expect anyone to talk to you. That's just how that works. I feel like I'm the physical embodiment of that. I live the most amount of family I be around is usually females in my family. So for some reason, they always find it like, oh well, you're the only guy, you're the only real guy member of the family we see. How about we take you to all the women clothing stores? Which in my head, I'm like, why? Why would you do this? What is the purpose of this? That's like me taking you into GameStop. You don't want to be here, so why would you come along? Like you don't want to be here. The only reason you're truly here is because I'm not yet 18 and don't have an ID. So if I want to get Skyrim, you gotta show them some ID while I give them the money. But in the same retrospect for women's clothing store, it's like, so why do you need me here? Like honestly, what do you need me here for? Like once again, under 18 can't do nothing, and I don't want to sit in here while you're sitting in the back trying on bra and panties. I'm good. Like just leave me out front. I don't know what it is. Female members of my family, female members of my family tend to drag me along to women's stores, and like I said, I'm the physical embodiment of that. So instead of saying something, I always end up just keeping my mouth shut, which honestly turns bad for me because usually I find myself getting irritated at these type of things when I'm getting dragged along to women's clothing stores. I actually remember one time I actually broke out in anger and actually flipped off on my mother and grandmother because they kept bringing me into women's clothing stores. See, emotions do help sometimes. But other than that, being the physical embodiment of a closed mouth never gets fed, I think it works worse for me when it comes to trying to pick up females, or rather trying to talk to them. Because I know for a fact that I am terrible at picking up females, like really bad at it. Like my cousins can pick up females like as if it's a second hobby, like it's second nature to them. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here trying to find out, do I want to talk to you? Maybe. It's a strong maybe. That's just how it is for me. I can never I can never pick up women the same way they pick up women. They see a girl they like. If my cousins see a girl they like, they'll just go over there and talk to them. I see a girl they like, I'm over here looking like Solid Snake trying to stalk them from a distance in order to figure out if I want to talk to them or not. It's like, okay, what does she like? What does she like? What's she into? Is she a hoe? That's like one of my biggest worries. I don't want to date no hoe. I don't think any guy wants to date a hoe. That's like one of the most depressing things ever. Anyways, like I said, it comes bad when it comes to talking to females because when I talk to females, it's even females I'm friends with. If I have a crush on them, it's very hard for me to tell them that I like them. I always there's always that point where I'm like, okay, you like them and you guys are pretty good friends. Now you can do one of two things. You can either tell them you like them, they reject you, you guys don't speak, or they accept it. So usually, being the person that I am, because I'm a whole bitch and a half, I decide, yeah, let's not talk to them. That's not gonna happen. Let's just stay friends. And it's actually funny because I've had a few female friends who I actually told I had a crush on them. Well, not told, more so they just found out through my friends. And then, come to find out, a few years later, I talked to them again, and they're like, yeah, I kind of sort of had a crush on you too a few years ago. And it's like, excuse me, what? And they just sit there and tell me, like, yeah, had you just asked, we probably would have been together. Son of a bitch. Like, that's usually my go to reaction when a female tells me that, because it's like, all I had to do was open my mouth. If I had just opened my mouth, maybe things would be different now. But, yeah. That's why I kind of sort of just go with the fact that I am the physical embodiment of the expression a closed mouth never gets fed. Because I never can seem to open my mouth in situations where opening my mouth could probably grant me a better result. But with that being said, I'm going to end this right here. If you guys did enjoy this TRD Speaks is Mine, how about you go ahead and like and comment on this video. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.